Well, what's up, guys? This is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and I'm sitting out here on my feed bucket this evening as usual, and I've got some bad news. Old Whopper here. Whopper is our beef steer that we're raising right now, if you're not familiar with Whopper. But I called the other day and scheduled a processing date for our good friend Whopper here. And it just seems like we got him just yesterday. But let me explain. Let me do a little bit of explaining first. What's up? I got animals all around here. Let's feed old Steve real quick. You hungry, buddy? There's my buddy Kane. What's happening, little Kane? Tina, where's your baby at? I see Lucy's baby here. Oh, Whopper. Hey, 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 hey. Don't be trying to knock me off my bucket now. So, like I said, I did schedule a processing date for Whopper, and there's more to the story than that. Whopper is not going anywhere just yet, but I don't know if you guys are familiar with what's going on in the United States right now, but I've lived on a farm for a long time. We've had animals like Whopper here for many years that we process. Hey, watch it, Tina, to put in our freezer. And it's not easy, it's always hard. And every once in a while I feel like I have to kind of explain, you know, just to some of our newer subscribers what we're doing. But if you're not familiar, everyone in the country right now is booking processing dates with processors. And the thing is, watch out, goat. It is extremely difficult to get an animal in at a processor. So I knew I needed to call way ahead of time, way in advance. So Whopper here was born in February of this year. So he's not very old right now. But June 24th of 2021 was the very first availability date. So that's what, 8 months out? So a lot of processors that I talked to and a lot of other people that I've talked to about their processors in their area, even in different states. Look at that little baby. Where are you going? A lot of processors, especially on beef. Whopper, dude, easy, man, easy. You're too big for your own good. A lot of processors are at least a year out. So if you are wanting to raise your own beef or you raise your own animal, pigs, whatever it is, you need to plan way in advance. Whopper, buddy, I'm sitting on your feed bucket, huh? Let me dump the feed bucket out and then I'll get back with you guys. Look at that Whopper. Look at that Whopper. Watch it, watch it, watch it. So, maybe I can actually speak and not be knocked off the bucket by the steer. I know that not everyone has the ability to raise an animal like this and have it slaughtered. Not everyone has the place to do it, or, you know, a lot of people have told me specifically they couldn't sit out here and feed an animal every day for a year or longer and send it to the processor. So, that's why today I'm partnered with a company called Crowd Cow. So I'll explain what that is. It's kind of a neat little company, a neat little concept. Let me go open the freezer up and show you guys what I'm talking about. Crowd Cow is a marketplace for high quality meats that creates a meaningful connection between the farmer and the customer, so the people can know and appreciate exactly where their food comes from and get high quality meat and seafood that tastes better and is better for their family. So what's cool about it is, like I said, you can make a connection between you and one specific farmer. You can actually pick a specific farm and go research them and look at pictures and see what they do, and you can buy cuts of meat specifically from them. So let me show you what I got in my first month's box. Now, some of this has already disappeared because, you know, I like to cook on that pellet grill. So obviously we got a lot of other stuff going on here. We got a lot of our pork from the pigs we raised and some beef from, you know, our friends. So check it out. We got some Myers Heritage Duroc pork bacon. If it'll focus. There were a couple more of these. I don't know where those went. We've got some stuffed pork chops. These, I may lay some of these out tonight. I'm not sure what I'm gonna cook tonight. There's a couple packages of those. I got some bone-in pork chops. These are from Gunthrop Farm. Like I said, you can be specific to which farm you want to buy from. And Houston loves all different kinds of bratwurst and sausage links. So these are a mild pork Italian sausage link. And just for fun, I threw in a couple packages of organic peppered beef jerky. So hiding those in the freezer because I know what happens to jerky around my place if I show my kids. So I'm gonna lay some of this out. We'll probably throw it on the pellet grill tonight, and then when the family gets home, we're gonna have us a good meal. So like I said, we're new to Crowd Cow, and I'm really interested in trying this out. I know they've got some really high quality, awesome, wild caught seafood that I wanna get, because we raise a lot of our own beef and pork, but you know, we don't have access to a lot of seafood here in the country, out in the country where I'm at. So with Crowd Cow, you can basically build your own box, and you can set it up on your schedule and have it shipped to you once a month or whenever you choose at your leisure. So it's gonna come to you in a cool box. I know this sounds silly, but their packaging is even biodegradable. So instead of having all these packing peanuts that go in the trash, it's like cornstarch, I believe, or something that just basically you could throw in your compost pile. Pretty cool. So if you're interested in Crowd Cow, you can go to crowdcow.com/armsfamily and save $15 on your first box. If you use that code, I think you can get a free membership. So go check it out. Tell them Daniel from Arms Family Homestead sent you. I think you'll like it. Like I said, it's new to us. We're just trying it out, and no reason for us to get beef in the mail, but like I said, probably some seafood in the future. So back on the topic of my good buddy Whopper here. You know, we try to raise at least one beef every year for our family, and it usually lasts actually longer than a year. But like with the last one, we raised Big Mac and we split him 3 ways between 3 families. And there's just something awesome, in my opinion, about homegrown food. I want to know where my food comes from. And I know a lot of people struggle with that. I know a lot of people just blister us in the comments because they say, why would you eat your pets? Well, these aren't pets. But we do love our animals, but we have animals for different purposes. We are on a farm, and a lot of people have made comments and said things like, why aren't you more like Lester from I'm a Survivor Sanctuary on Facebook? And I've talked to Lester, and we've talked about this and discussed it. Lester is a sanctuary. There's a difference in that and a homestead or a small farm, where we do have animals that we're obviously not going to eat. We have no inclination whatsoever to eat an alpaca, but we do raise meat goats so that we can put meat in our freezer for our family. And we raise a steer every year for that. It's very difficult. I'm not gonna lie. It was really hard this year with my pigs. So we took 3 pigs to the processor, and in the past, at any other processor that I've ever used, you take your animal, you unload it into some holding pens, and you weigh it, and then you leave. Well, this year at the processor I used, they didn't have holding pens. All they have is just a skinning area. So you bring your animal in, they have to dispatch it in your trailer. And that was tough, that was hard. So when people say we're heartless and we don't have any feelings and we don't care about our animals, that couldn't be any farther from the truth. I mean, whether it's Bella and Bear here or Whopper that we know is going to go in the freezer, we do care for our animals tremendously. We spend a lot of time with them, and you get to know them. They do have personalities, but that doesn't mean we're not going to use them for an intended purpose. We know that we were given these animals for a specific purpose on this earth. Not every animal, obviously, is here for us to consume, but livestock, cattle, goats, sheep, even deer and things, were put on this earth for our consumption. And we're going to be good stewards of the land. We're going to be good stewards of the animals. We're going to do our best to care for them in the best way that we know how. Does that mean we're perfect? No. So when you get in the comments and say something like, oh my gosh, you got these baby alpacas and you're holding them and they're taken away from their mama. Well, we want to socialize those animals. We want them to be used to us. We want them to be used to guys like Bear here, who his only goal in life is to protect them from predators. Oh, Bear. Yeah, and you're good at it, huh? So we care for our animals, but I have a heart, and I know it's hard for some people to grasp the fact that we could feed an animal for 6, 8, 10 months or 18 months, whatever it is, and then send it to a slaughterhouse. But that's just what our family does. That's how I was raised. That's the country life. That's rural America. That's tradition. We don't go only to the grocery store and buy our food. We do get some there, just like from the company that we're working with today, Crowd Cow. You know, I don't know everything about where that food came from, but at least with a company like that, they know where they're getting their meat from. They look at those farms, they study those farms, and they send good quality meat to people like you. And I know not everyone has this, but you can use a company like Crowd Cow, and I think you can at least have some connection to where your food comes from. You girls are going to bed early. It's not dark yet. Come on out here. Y'all gonna come eat? When I say this getting dark early stuff's for the birds, literally, it's not even 5:30 and my chickens are already going to roost. They're not even gonna come out and eat their grain this evening, so I guess it'll be there for them in the morning. What's my little hound Jimmy doing, huh? What are you doing this evening? You're acting awful bashful. Hey, Lucy. What you doing? A lot of people have been asking if Lucy's old enough to breed, because we've put her in with Rufus, as you guys saw. She was actually a full year-old in May, so she's plenty old enough to breed. She's cycling, and we'll see if she breeds this first time around. She is pretty young, so it may take her a while to actually stick. So I don't know, we'll see. I mean, got a year to wait, I guess. So I'm going to take these bone-in pork chops in the house and thaw them out and season them up and get ready to put them on that pellet grill. But I just want you to understand, or I want you guys to know, I appreciate every one of you. I appreciate all of our viewers. We thank you so much for watching our channel. But sometimes you just kind of have to be nice. I know we're not all going to agree. I don't live a lifestyle in a big city. You know, I wouldn't agree with a lot of things that go on in New York City or Los Angeles or whatever. But I understand. I put my life out there for everybody to watch. And that's just part of what I do. I'm used to that. I understand that. But some people need to just step back and think, maybe there are other things that go on in this world that don't exist in my little realm. And I think that's why a lot of people watch our channel. That's why I watch a lot of channels. My wife and I watch channels about people that live on sailboats or building a cabin off-grid in the mountains in Colorado. Stuff that we're really not interested in doing, but we just like to see other people's lifestyle. I just don't go to their channel and blast them in the comments and say hateful, rude things. There's no need in it. Supper's ready.
Oh, hey.
That's your plate.
Oh, I'll go with one.
All right.
Move it or lose it.
Come and get it.
You betcha.
Well, you were elbowing me out of the way. You wouldn't even let me film my bit on the food.
Well, I'm hungry.
Jeez, woman.
Hadn't eaten since Chick-fil-A.
Just waiting on you.
Oh, okay.
Official taste tester whenever you're ready.
Sorry.
Now, these aren't our homegrown pigs, but it's supposed to be pretty good pork.
It's pretty good. Mmm. It's really good pork.
If it was a deer, you'd say, it doesn't taste like a deer, so does it taste like a pig?
No.
What's it taste like?
It tastes like pork. It doesn't taste like
Oh my goodness.
pig.
Oh my goodness. All right, well, I'll take that as a win.
It is. Good job.
Emily's over here on the struggle bus.
Yeah.
So apparently the pork chops were well approved because they disappeared really fast.
I did.
Emily's making us some dessert. I kind of made up a dessert last night. Let me tell you real quick. I took some crescent rolls, some canned crescent rolls, unrolled them, put some melted butter on them, cinnamon and sugar, rolled it up. Oh, made a little like cinnamon roll icing. It was amazing. But as I said earlier, you know, we really like to provide our own food as much as we can, especially when it comes to meat, because it's important to us to know how our animals were raised, how the animal that we're going to be consuming was treated, what it was fed, and all of that stuff. And when you go to the grocery store and buy your meat, you can't do that. And I understand not everybody has the place to have a farm and can raise animals on their own property, but that's why companies like Crowd Cow come in, and you can at least be in touch with your food source, know where your food comes from, at least have an idea of how it was raised, how it was treated, and you're supporting American farmers, small farms just like us, and I know they would appreciate it. So guys, thanks for watching, and like I said, hit the link in the description box, check out Crowd Cow, or go to crowdcow.com/armsfamily and see what you think. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Y'all have a great day, and hopefully my wife will get our website up and going soon.